Hey everyone. So, if you've been attending our service last Sunday, you know that we are planning a Christmas event, Christmas outreach kind of event. And there were some questions coming up. And so, wanted to give you some information, and then hopefully this Sunday we can decide together when and how we're going to do this. So, the first question that some of you asked, when could we do it? And basically, there would be three options. One would be we do it on Sunday, November 27th, or the other possibility would be that we do it on Saturday, December 10th, or Sunday, December 11th. It would also be possible to do it on the 17th or 18th, 1 week later, but then we really already start hitting the holiday season, so that might be a little bit late. For me personally, I would definitely prefer a Saturday. I think it's much more relaxed if we do it on a Saturday afternoon rather than if we tell people to come to our Aletheia place on a Sunday for lunch or something like this. And then there's a certain time pressure because then there's the service and everything. So I think it's much more relaxed and we could focus much more on seekers. And it would obviously also be open-ended if we did it on a Saturday. But if we agree that we want to do it on a Sunday, I'm fine with that. Just my personal opinion. A Saturday, I think, would work better. And my personal favorite would be December 10th, but we could also talk about doing it on one of the other days. So if it's a Saturday, then obviously we would do it on a late afternoon, evening, that kind of time frame. If it's on a Sunday, then it would have to be before our service and then lead right into the service. So what we would like to do, well, basically just something fun, something seeker friendly. So it's not going to be a service. It's not going to be the kind of event, a very religious event or something like that. Something where maybe we can play some games together, where we can do some fun activities together. Someone was suggesting, well, maybe we could, if kids are coming, we could bake together or something like this. So these kind of activities that people just enjoy that are not necessarily very religious, but activities where we can just spend time together and get to know our seekers and build relationships with them. We would probably also do a short message, nothing major, not a 1 hour thing or something like that, but maybe a 5-10 minutes thing where we just introduce a little bit about Jesus and why we're celebrating Christmas and these kind of things. And maybe also a testimony. So if someone is willing to share a testimony, if someone is willing to share what Jesus did in his or her life, then that could also be a great encouragement for this kind of event. But the main focus is really on community, on fellowship, on building relationships with each other, and of course with non-Christians as well. That's kind of what we want this event to be all about. So the big question then, of course, is there someone who is willing to organize this? Um, we could, my family and I, we could organize it, but it might be good to get a little bit of different flavor if someone else is organizing it and if someone else is in charge of the program. Because as you know, we have our style, we have our way of doing things. And if people really join the church long term, they will get enough of that in the coming weeks and months. So maybe it's good if someone else organizes this kind of event. That doesn't mean that this person has to do everything themselves, that they are in charge or that they have to organize every little detail. But this person would just be oversee the whole thing and could then get others involved and get the help of others and making sure someone is in charge of the food and someone is in charge of the program and someone is in charge of maybe decoration. I don't know. These kind of things, but someone who kind of oversees this whole event. So the question is there someone within our community who would be willing to say, yes, I'm going to organize this event, and yes, I'm going to oversee the whole thing, making sure that it's going to happen and that it's going to be a fun event on that day. So those are the two main questions that we have for everyone. First question, when do we want to have it? When exactly? And the second question then is, is there someone who is willing to take the lead in it? And is there someone who is willing to organize the event? So that's the things we would like to ask everyone to think about, to pray over. And then this coming Sunday at our service, then we can discuss with each other and decide together what we want to do. In the meantime, if you have any thoughts, or maybe you're not there this Sunday and you want to also share something or have some input into these discussions, then of course you can also let me know beforehand. You can let me know throughout the week, and then we can consider your opinions as well. So with that being said, that's all that I have for tonight. Hope you're having a great week and looking forward to seeing you all again this coming Sunday.